All right, here's the crane right here. How much will it lift? I don't know. Let's see. We'll go up here and show you who makes it. Got Jake the dog here with me. He's gonna help me out. We'll have to see if we can get some paint remover and take these data plates off. See if we can find some. But it's a Pitman Unidyne turret. See if anybody knows anything about this old crane. Some of y'all out there have run this old crane. Tell me a little bit about it if you know anything. Sitting on a 1970 C50 Chevrolet. It's got a 350 in it. It's got a 2-speed rear end. And this one's been changed out to a 5-speed transmission, so that's something. We'll show you the inside of this thing. It ain't factory, but you know, hey, we're gonna get it running. So we'll go around this. So here's the front of it. Let's take a little peek of the front here. Try my best not to move around too much. Let's see what I got going on. All right, so here's what we got on. Y'all still with me? Okay. So this is what we got going on under here. It's a 350 with an Edelbrock on it. Nothing special. So the guy I bought it from said that it ran, and then it had an ignition problem and it quit running. And just got busy and it never got back to it. So here we go. The mass cylinder's out on it and brake booster's out on it. Said it burns brake fluid through the brake booster, which is not here like on a normal truck. It's up under the passenger. I mean, excuse me, it's up under the driver's seat, up under the floorboard. So front window's gone. Hey, this purchase didn't come with windshield wipers. Huh? I want my money back. Ain't got no windshield wipers. No, I don't even have a motor. So this is here's the driver's side of it. What do you think? Let's get up in there. Done too late in the year for wasps. I think we're safe. Right here's wet when men were men. Telling you. Might need to clean the windows. Look at there. PTO driven hydraulic system. I think a coat of paint and it'll be good to go. Hey, we're back out here. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this thing running. We've got a distributor today. We've got a valve cover gaskets. We've got fuel filter, spark plug wires, pretty much a whole ignition system we've got. It's got a new battery. So let's see what we can do. Tennessee, that's a Kano's the company name, and it's called Eric Oil. Probably one of the best penetrating oils I've used in a while. And so they sent me a bunch of it to try, and I'll tell you what, that's some good stuff. It gets in there fast too. So when you need to break something loose, I'm using my trusty crescent wrench here, but probably ain't gonna work because this thing's rounded over. Apparently I ain't the first person to use a crescent wrench on this. Now we're gonna have to use vice grips or something. So if you're gonna do electric work, you gotta have a multimeter. It's just kind of a rule, or at least a test light. Back in the old days, you just had a test light, but I like the multimeter because I can ohm things out and checks for continuity. Nope, 0, 0, 0, 0. Dead as a doornail. Well, it had like, let's see if you can see that. It had like, it's got, no, we got nothing. Dead. For 10 years, that's what you expect. It's just the battery I got. It's just a, it's actually a boat battery, marine battery. It might fit. Let's see here. We'll go positive this way. Yeah, I think it will fit. Look at that.
It's made to be there in there.
Well, it's not going to be made to be there because this goes on our travel trailer, so. Yeah. Check it just to see. It's a brand new battery. I got it off the charger. It should be perfectly good charge. Here we go. Let's see what we got. 12.68 fully charged battery. That's a good sign. So it did turn over. Yay. First thing we're gonna do is get ignition. The last thing we know is that the ignition of the system was not working at all. It was not getting any fire. So we're gonna go from, that's gonna be our start point other than fuel. So we'll get our ignition firing, and then we'll go from there to fuel.
Here again?
This truck's been sitting here for over 10 years. It's 50 years old, and it's been sitting here for 10 years.
That why you've seen better days.
Yeah, it's got a lot of love it needs.
I think it needs a miracle.
I am a miracle. So what I did, I just turned the switch on to the run position, and we're gonna ground this dude out here. See if we got voltage coming to the ignition, and we sure enough do. Voltage coming to the ignition. All right, so what I'm doing now is pulling these wires off. None of them's hooked up. It's actually a special wrench made for this called crow's foot, and I don't have one no more. Used to be a very common tool, but we'll get it. All right, we got the distributor pulled out. And you gotta be real careful not to pull all this trash away. While I'm working on this, I'm gonna put a rag down in this distributor hole so things don't fall down in it. Yeah, I was too high. So let's get all our stuff out.
Guess you didn't hear me what I said.
Christmas present?
Yeah.
I've always wanted a crane truck for Christmas.
Woohoo, now you got one.
Yeah, so let's see, some valve cover gaskets, probably need those. I've never met an old 350 Chevrolet that didn't need a valve cover gasket. So I pulled this out at the house and just kind of looked at it. So we switched the mics around a little bit so maybe you guys could hear better. The wind's been blowing pretty hard today. So what I was saying earlier is that you can buy a whole distributor nowadays cheaper than you can buy the rebuild parts for a distributor. So you can buy the whole daggum thing and be done with it. So here we go. All right, so now we're going to stab the distributor. Take the cap off, if I can get it off. There we go. And flat tip screwdriver. I'll go ahead and reaching back in my memory. I mean, I've not done this in years. So you can stab this distributor 8 different ways if you want to, probably more than that. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to always, this particular setup, I'm going to take the vacuum advance and aim it at the number 2 cylinder, and then I want my number 1. Basically, I want it to, when I stab it, I want it to end up to be like this. So this is the number 1 at top dead center, aiming this way towards the number 1 cylinder. So I want the distributor, once I go in, to slide into the gears. It'll rotate around to a certain degree, and then after that it'll be this will be sitting at the number 1 top dead center. Like I said, there's 8 different ways you can stab this. There's no really wrong way. You can have number 1 back here if you want to. It's just however you want to do it. But I pull number 1 cylinder. I'm going to put it to top dead center. Let's see if I can get the spark plug. There it goes. Here it comes. Yeah, I've seen worse. It's clean. Been burning rich, looks like. All right, so I guess maybe about 20 years ago, my wife, she's not very mechanically inclined. Not that she's not mechanically inclined, she is. She's just never been around it that much. So I'm outside working on an old Chevy truck I got, and the valve cover was leaking, and I was taking it off, and it was a little bit more complicated and cluttered than this. And she come out and was like, hey, you want to put the hot glue gun on it? We put some hot glue on it. And that's been our running joke for years. We put the hot glue gun on it. Now the intake valve is open, so I should be able to rotate it around, and it will be closed, and it'll be going to the compression, and that'll tell me whenever I get it to top dead center. When this comes back up, it should go to top dead center, and that will let me know that I'm at number 1 top dead center. If I can turn it. Wow. I really don't want to turn. Got good compression, I'll give it that. All right, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
What's the old-fashioned way?
I'm gonna get you to bump it over. All right, so we're out here in the middle of nowhere, and I don't have the right tool with me. I need a bigger wrench or bigger socket bar to get in there and turn a block over. So I'm gonna get her to bump it over. All right, clutch it.
Clutch it.
All right, push, bump it. Oh, hey, I said, you're not listening.
I did what you told me.
I said bump it, and then that was it. I didn't say bump it again.
You said two cups like you. I said, so yeah, that's it.
I said bump it. What's a bump? Bump.
Just one time.
Right. And I didn't.
Not a couple times.
Right. You did a couple times.
Well, that's what I thought you would talk and tell me.
Well, now I gotta start all over again. All right, bump it.
All right.
Oh, easy.
I'm just turning the key.
We'll turn it less. On, off. Ready?
Just off and on.
Go. All right, one more. Oh. Keep going. I know we're in the compression stroke. I just don't know if we're at top dead center. All right, so we're real close to top dead center. And it's gonna have to be good enough for the current situation that we're in. The old gasket that's on the back of the distributor is glued on there like somebody's put super glue on it. All right, so this has got...
Dirt dauber's nests too.
Yeah. All right, so this has got the gasket already on it. Like I said, I'm gonna put my vacuum advance over here. And so what I'll do right now is just kind of want this to aim at number 1. Now I've got it down into the I've stabbed it. Actually kind of felt like it went right in there pretty good. So that'll give me a lot of adjustment here. Now it's still not hooked up to the oil pump at the bottom. So what I'll get Tanya to do is just bump it over again, and we'll let the distributor fall down as it comes around and meets the oil pump. But that's pretty close. I could come back up 1 gear and maybe have it aim a little bit towards number 1 more. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, I'm gonna hold the camera, and Tanya's gonna bump it over for us. All right, remember, clutch in.
Huh?
Push clutch in. I don't trust the transmission yet. All right, ready?
All right.
Just bump it over. Oh, that's good. All right, bump it. Whoa. We'll call that good right there.
Good?
Yep. There we go. You see it fall down in there? All right, so I got all the valve stem or valve cover bolts back in, and I've got just tightening them down. Okay, we've been back and forth between the, hello? It echoes inside here. Anyway, we've been back and forth between the store, had to go grab some tape and some other stuff, and we're gonna kind of like work on this wiring a little bit. This used to have a coil in it, and this is the coil wire right here, so we're gonna cut that off. And then somebody has kind of put this HEI type connector on it. Goes up into the distributor. Jake the dog's back.
Huh?
I said Jake the dog's back. Alright, so now what I need to do is get you to turn the ignition on. I'll make sure I got power to that. Okay.
Settle down.
Alright, turn the key to one click over. Hold. Alright, it's got good continuity. Not continuity, it's got good voltage. We've got 12.5 volts here. Turn it off. This wire here, best we can until we can do better. Like I said, right now all we're trying to do is just make this thing roadworthy to get it back to a shop. And then we'll go from there.
Alright, ready?
Yep. Alright.
And?
Hang on. Go ahead. Do it again. Whoa, that's it right there.
Got it?
Yep. Alright, right now we're going to call this number 1. It's on the top part of the compression stroke. Alright, now it's time to put some plugs in it.
Oh, somebody's calling you, buddy. Here.
This is the old AC Delco RS45TS. Get this wire started, this plug started, we'll be ready. Alright, so I got my number 1 cable hooked up, and what I'm going to do is take one more new spark plug and pull it out, and we're just going to hold it to ground and see if we've got a spark now.
Down. Ready?
Go ahead. Yep. More. Alright, we got good fire.
Huh?
We got good fire.
Good?
Yep. Alright, so what I've got done is I've got my distributor installed, I've got it stabbed, I've got it timed generally to the number 1. I've got all new plugs in it, and now I'm putting in new plug wires. And put in the proper firing order, 1, 8, whatever it is, I can't remember. So we've got definitely got some fire going on here, hot blue fire too. So we got new plugs, distributor cap, whole distributor, new wires. So ignition's good if timed right.
Yeah.
If I stabbed it right.
Yeah. Well, you brought it up on compression.
Number 1, top dead center compression, and then aimed it generally in that direction and stabbed it. And I actually dropped the, let it set, and then she turned it over for me so it dropped into the oil pump, and then have it come back around. Put my thumb over it, come back around, and All right, so we're to the fuel point now. I got fire. I thought about cranking it up and seeing if I got start plug and see if she'll hit, blow up my face.
It should hit.
You want to turn it over?
Yeah.
And I record. Yay!
If it blows my mic up.
Yeah, you might want to move the mic away.
Oh, that's gonna get the.
I think it's sit here long enough. It ain't gonna move when it's out of gear.
We wouldn't clutching it anyway, but.
I guess you got a battery on it.
Oh yeah, she's hot, man.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Tight.
Yeah.
Is that battery hot?
Real hot.
You put in your oil in the cylinder?
No. It turns on.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Oh, you're eating them as I go. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's timed right anyway.
Get the gas going to it. You're good.
Well, we got her started. We know she runs anyway.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Belt just come apart. It just shredded right there. Turned upside down. Hey, that's good. That's at least another year's worth of running right there.
I don't know.
I might should take one off and go, since it's one still intact, and get it measured. So, I was thinking about the fuel. Just go ahead and drain it. I got a 5-gallon can over here. I don't know how to get to it though. A minute or two.
600 or 650?
It's a 1406. I think it's a 600.
Okay. Yeah.
I got the kit for it right here.
It was running. It had a dyne 850 on it.
Yeah, that is too much.
Yeah, I didn't know what was on it.
Yeah.
I just close the engine then.
But no,
Okay,
that.
Brian, you gonna be in it too.
Huh?
You bring it with me?
You gonna
What
be
you
in it
doing?
with it.
This million-view video.
No, that's
Yeah,
all
come on.
you.
You already in it already, so.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go hunting.
All right, so we know it runs. That's awesome. Hey, will it start? Yes, it will. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to get a new fuel tank. The fuel tank is just trashed on the inside. New fuel tank's like $160, $150 shipped to the house. I'm gonna go that way. It's just too easy to do. Probably get a new fuel pump. It's got an Edelbrock 1406 on there. We'll probably go ahead and just pull that off. I've got the rebuild kit. Let me show you. So I got a new rebuild kit for the 1406. But the belt, one of the belts shredded just as soon as it cranked up. But I'll tell you right now, it runs smooth. It runs really, really smooth. I was very, very impressed with that. And here comes Jake the dog. Jake the dog's happy. So I'm happy too. Let me tell you what, this is gonna be great for us. I'm dying to get back here and play with the crane, but we gotta take it step by step. And we're getting ready to have Thanksgiving. Hey, you guys, if you are seeing this after Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. God bless, have a great evening.